Hi there, this is Marcel from Helping Hands in Snake Safety, and today we're going to talk about the difference between poison and venom. Very often we see on Facebook and other social media that people just ask, what is this snake and is it poisonous? Now, very few snakes are poisonous, but many snakes can be venomous, and today I'm going to explain the difference and why that is important to understand. Now, first of all, let's see what is a poison. A poison is a toxin. So basically something that is really bad for you. And a venom is a toxin or a mixture of toxin. So it can be toxins. A toxin or toxins. Yeah, there already is a difference. Now, what are they exactly? And you don't have to remember what these terms are, but it makes clear that there is really a difference in what they even are. It's not the same stuff. Poisons are typically alkaloids or other ring structures. Now, what are toxins then? Now, toxins are typically proteins or peptides. Now, you don't have to remember these terms, but it's already clear the substance of these is already different. But what is more important is the difference in which they enter our body. How does this enter our body? Now, there are three ways in which poisons can enter the body, and that's why I made three dots here. The first one is via the gastrointestinal tract. And that's the same route that food takes. So that's something bad being swallowed. We are poisoned. We have swallowed something back. The next one can be the respiratory tract. That's via breathing. So it enters via your nose or via your mouth and then gets into your lungs. You can be poisoned by that. Have poisoned gas, for example. And then the third way is through intact skin. Now, I'll put that intact in between brackets because usually when a poison can enter your skin, which is intact, it can also go through breached skin. Yeah? It's important to understand it can penetrate intact skin. And that is because these particles are very small particles. So that can enter your skin. Now, let's look at how does venom enter the body. And when we talk about venom, we immediately think about snakes, scorpions, spiders, bees, wasps, etc. How do they bring that venom into our bodies or even in the bodies of their prey? It is injected through the skin. So a fang or a stinger goes into the skin and then delivers the venom there. And if venom is dropped on our skin, like for example in the case of spitting cobras, it doesn't harm us unless we have a bad skin condition. Why is that? Because the particles are, well, I'm tempted to write large, but of course they're not large. They're larger, much larger than poison particles. So they're simply too big to breach our skin. But when they're injected and delivered internally, that's where then the work starts. Because either they start to destroy venom there, they destroy the tissue there, or they start to travel up the body via the lymphatic system and then entering the bloodstream and then reaching the parts of your body when they can cause most damage, which is all your organs. So on the size we see there's a difference in size between the two as well. Yeah. So the substance is different, then the way in which it enters the body is different, and the size is different. Now, why is this important to understand? That's the last question. Why is this important? Very simply because whether we deal with a poison or a venom, the treatment is different as well. For example, if you swallow something bad, it ends up in your stomach and in your intestines, and it needs to be solved there. So the medication needs to reach there to address the poison. Whereas if you are envenomated, for example, on your hand or your foot, the venom very slowly is going to, in some cases, cause tissue destruction, but in most cases it's going to travel up your body very slowly via the lymphatic system and then entering the blood circulation. And that means that the treatment is going to be different, because if you have been injected with venom and you then swallow a medication to treat you there, the two systems don't even get in touch with each other, because the venom is here traveling up, whereas if you take medication orally, it's somewhere in your stomach. They don't interact with each other. It doesn't help at all. What needs to be done is the injection of antivenom in case of very serious bites, because that is immediately going to go into the bloodstream and is going to encounter the venom, fight with the venom, and hopefully kill the venom off at some point so that your body can expel the dead venom particles. Yeah. So it's very important to understand the difference between poison and venom. So next time you want to know if a snake has a dangerous substance, you ask, is this snake venomous and not poisonous? I hope this was clear. If not, feel free to send us an email on info@his.com, and we'll be happy to answer any question you may have. See you at the next video.